Hi, welcome back to the free UGC course. This is where things start to get serious because in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to land your first ever UGC deal. So let's dive right in. So here's what we're going to cover in this video. First, I'm going to show you where you can find brands to collaborate with. Second, how to pitch, obviously. I also want to walk you through how you pitch for gifted clubs specifically because that's a collaboration I recommend going for when you're getting started for your first ever UGC club. First, where to find brands in general. The obvious one is Instagram. The second one is you can apply for exclusive opportunities with partner brands at UGC Creators Club. For those of you guys only in the free community, you can unlock it at level 4. Or if you're in the main community, you should have access to it already. And I can tell you that this is by far the fastest way to land your first ever club. Or you can also use portals and platforms to find brands there. And this is an extension of Instagram, but you can also find brands' website instead, and you can collect email addresses from the website and go from there. For email outreach specifically, we have a separate video called Pitching Bonus. So for that, watch that video. And finally, inbound. So this is where you want to get to as a UGC creator. So you can start to do UGC full-time, but this is something we cover in the main community. For Instagram, I would say there are two types because I recommend focusing on brands that are running ads already. And that's the easiest way to make sure the brands would collaborate with the creators because, just by reaching out to only brands that are running ads, you can already eliminate brands that might come back to you and say, I liked your content on your portfolio very much, and we would love to collaborate with you, but unfortunately we don't have the budget for it. Let's keep in touch type of email. They might say that, but you can eliminate a lot of those brands. So that's why I would just say there are only two types to find brands on Instagram. The first one is simply reaching out to brands that you come across on the feed, specifically the ones that are running ads. So I'm pretty sure if you spend time on Instagram, you've come across these sponsorship posts. And what I do, I just save their ads I have a collection specifically for the ads. So I just save it, I add it to the collection, and then later I just go to the folder, and then from there I add each account to the tracker. I'll show you how I do it. So let's say we'll go to this template. Let's say you come across an ad by Dyson Beauty, for example, and I have this post saved, and what I do is I just click with 2 fingers and go copy, and I add this to that. Okay, I already have a Nike example, but there you go. So instead of just typing in the username or the brand's name, if I do this, I can go directly to the Instagram page. So I can pitch directly from here, which saves time. And then you can add status, DM sent, and date. Okay, so the second one is going to the ad library. So here. And I go to any country, but we'll just do all ads. Let's say we want to work with skincare. So what's up? Okay, we might want to do like United States. And select that again. Yeah, and this is optional, but you can also make sure that the ad is in English and the media type is video. So if you wanna pitch to them about doing a video, then you can make sure that they're already running videos as ads. Okay, so I think this brand is good. So you go to page. They don't have an Instagram account linked here, so just have to search on the Instagram separately. See others have it. Go to page, Instagram account. So same here, you go to one of the posts, copy the username, and you go to pitch tracker, paste it here, and you can make a list of all the brands you can reach out to. So that's the 2 ways you can find brands on Instagram. And This is the exclusive opportunities I mentioned. You can get access to this once you reach level 4, or you can just get the access instantly by go to this link. And now the portals. So the reasons why you want to use portals is because it's great for inbounds. All the brands you're going to find there are actively looking for creators to partner up with. Most of the time, you even know their budget before even applying to collaborate. So I really skip the process of seeing if they're even open to collaborating and spending money for content. And it's just all about seeing if you're the creator that they want to collaborate with. And on portals and platforms, you usually have your own profile. So, and on there, you should be able to collect the reviews. For example, on Upwork, not only you have reviews, it also shows how much you've earned on the platform. So you can build trust there. And the more work you do, and the more good reviews you collect, the more you're likely to get inbound deals. You even get invited to jobs. So it's really powerful to take advantage of. And also, this is not 100%, but you're kind of protected by these companies that run portals and platforms to an extent. I mean, just a bit better than working with the brands directly, because a lot of the times brands pay on the platform in advance and it's just been held there until they approve your service delivery. So by making sure the money is already escrow, you're a bit protected, and if anything happens, you can go to the platform's customer service. So things are a bit easier there. But there are also limitations. The limitations is that they take fees, whether that's 10% or 20%. So it's either you get paid less than you usually would, or you have to get brands to pay more. So that's just a bit of pain. And also budgets might be low for the brands that are actively searching for collab creators on these platforms. This highly depends on the platforms. But for example, Upwork, this is not just for brands looking for creators, but in general, companies are kind of looking for cheaper labor sometimes. So this is just something to be aware of. You might be able to land higher package deals if you go directly to the brands that you want to collaborate with. But honestly, this is a very great way to get things going. And there are a lot of platforms with brands with big budgets. So yeah, it just depends, but something to be aware of. And there are so many platforms, but this is just the ones that I've used. There are lots more that's only available in the United States, so I've never used. So I recommend going to ChatGPT and give you a list of platforms where you can apply for UGC deals and sign up for as many as you can and set up profile on all of those. So you can just find ones that work for you. And you never know. For example, Vidsy, I didn't get any deals for the first year, 12 months. But, on the 13th month, I just get an email notification saying I got invited to this deal. So you never know. So yeah, sign up for as many as you can. Now, how to pitch. First, you find the brand, in the case of Instagram, right? And then from there, you want to find the email address to send a pitch email to. And there are two ways you can do this. One is you just DM the Instagram account. I recommend starting the conversation with something else, just, a compliment or asking a question about the product. Then you can ask if you can send a pitch by email, which email you can send the pitch to. You obviously don't actually say pitch, but And the other option is you can go to softwares like Apollo. Apollo is an example there. I think there's Hunter.io. But you can use those tools to find email of the marketing manager. Try to find emails of influencer marketing manager because that's who usually manage UGC collaborations. And if you're pitching on Instagram, don't forget to follow up because social media managers get a lot of DMs. The message can easily be hidden. So you just want to leave a quick comment that you left a message. So now you have the email addresses. You want to send the pitch. Sometimes if you ask where you can send the pitch to in the DM, sometimes they send you a form where you can submit, like an application form. If they do that, just complete the form there. If they give you an email, you send the pitch by email. Like I said, I have a separate video specifically for pitching by email, so check that out. And just like portfolio audit, we also have pitch audit, which unlocks at level 3 actually, not level 4, level 3. So if you stay active in the community, you will be able to submit your pitch. If you're not getting replies, I'll take a look at your pitch and see what you can improve to start getting more replies. And if you're pitching on portals, First, adapt your pitch depending on the platform and the prospect. How you should be pitching depends completely on the platform, so don't use the same template for every single platform. This is very important. Read the description carefully and research about the brand beforehand so you can show that you've done the homework when you're writing the proposal. None of the brands would work with you if your proposal is bland, if it sounds like the exact same message you sent to the other brands, or it even hints out that you didn't read the description clearly, that sort of thing. And you also want to go beyond and do research about the brand to increase the possibility of them getting back to you. And for example, on Upwork, what you can do is you can copy and paste this message on ChatGPT. You basically do a research on what a good copy letter would have on Upwork. And once you did that, you can copy paste the job description from the Upwork. You also want to mention what you personally want to add to the letter. And then you can ask it to write it for you. Just read it through, adjust whatever you want to adjust. It will save a lot of time of actually writing things out. So that's a quick tip for you. And finally, pitching specifically for gifted collabs. All these things I mentioned until now, you can use it for landing paid deals and getting paid from the get-go. Because ultimately from this free course, I want you to get started, and by that I want you to land deals that you want. The goal is for you to get started with UGC, right? And I wanted to give you the information that you can use to even get paid just from this free course. But again, what I recommend is going for gifted collabs and doing that first before you dive into the ocean and start competing with experienced creators where you have no experience and no credibility. And how you land gifted collabs is a bit different than paid collabs. So let me explain. The keys to landing gifted collabs are: first, focus on low ticket products. Specifically, you want to focus on products that cost less than $100. If it costs less than $100, they wouldn't be uncomfortable with giving that away for like a $1 to a beginner content creator. But if it's like $30, it's nothing for the brand. If they can get free content by just giving away a product, brands would happily do that. Okay, and you also want to focus on brands that have less than 100,000 followers, like probably somewhere from 10,000 to 30,000, because if brands is that popular and they have more than 100,000 followers, they're going to be getting a lot of interest for collaborations. Your pitch would be just at the bottom of the stack. And also you want to keep the conversation on Instagram, because when there's not much involved, especially money, you don't have any reason to move the conversation from Instagram to emails. And you want to keep the process as simple as possible. So I would just recommend having the entire conversation on Instagram. And if you're not reaching out to brands with huge marketing team, you should be able to do that. And whoever is responsible for handling gifting collabs should have access to the Instagram, and you should be able to have conversation directly with that person. Okay, so steps to landing a gifted collab. First, you pick a product with your niche, search the product on Instagram, and then you go to the suggested account to find similar brands. But let me show you the process until here. So Instagram here, I just found this brand by searching Jolie. This is a perfect brand to reach out to for gifted collabs. I don't know, this could be costing more than 100 USD. I don't think so. I'm sorry if it was. But now that you found one good brand that you can pitch, you go to suggested accounts and you open these accounts. First, save this one on the list, right? It's a pitch tracker and just place it, right? Then you check these, see if it's also a good brand to reach out to. I wouldn't even pitch this brand. Nope. What's this brand? Oh, this brand's good, I think. So copy and paste. And you just continue this process. Okay, this is obviously not good, but if you run out of suggested accounts here, then you go to suggested accounts here. There's more. Yeah, so, and then you make a list of brands to reach out to. And from the list, you can just go to DMs and pitch the messages. Follow up like I mentioned. Once you get a positive reply, you can just send the details. Best case scenario, they just come back to you and say, yeah, sure, where can I send it to? And just send them your address. Confirm what deliverables they're looking for. So just check if it's one UGC reel, if you would have to post it on your account, if they're looking for more than one reel, if they're looking for footage. Just confirm those. Once that's done, and once you confirm the shipment, you start working on the script while you wait for the package to arrive. Once you get a product, you start creating content. And the best part, there is no payment or anything, and brands have done everything on their end. Once they ship the product and trusted you, so all you have to do is create content, send it over, get that approved. If they want you to make changes, you do, and you send the final versions, and they say this is good. The collaboration's over, and you've worked with the client, you have sample videos. You can go back in a few weeks and ask for results and insights, add that to the portfolio. Now you're not a beginner UGC creator anymore, you're a UGC creator with an experience, and you can start going for paid collabs with confidence, and the brand should want to work with you. Pretty simple, right? But for pitch message in the DM specifically, this is the structure you can follow for pitching. Or honestly, you can just send a short message saying, would you be open to a gifted collab to work with the creators in exchange for free product, something like that, and see what they say. But if you want to send a proper pitch, this is a structure you can follow. Start the message by complimenting the brand or the product, and also you want to mention how you discovered them, whether you came across their ads, you found them on Instagram when you were searching for a good jewelry brand. And then you can introduce yourself, but be careful here. You don't want to do those, hi, my name's this, I do this, I like this. No, brands don't care. Brands care what you mean to the brands, right? So introduce yourself from their perspective, not from your perspective. And then you can go into the main part. So clearly explain what you're looking for in terms of collaboration. So you can say that you want to create content for them for free, and they can post that content on their socials in exchange for free products. Clarify on their socials part, because their first thought's gonna be, this person wants an influencer collab. So just make sure that they know that you're pitching for UGC. And fourth, offer to send them your portfolio, and then end the message with a question. That's the message. I would test out different scripts to see what works, see what gets the most positive reply, and stick to that until you get a yes. That's it for this video, and I'll see you soon.